everyone, Maggie here. Today I'm gonna share with you my top 10 all-time favorite tarot cards. I'll be sharing the cards that have deep personal meanings to me that I have identified with and why. Also, I will show you how unique life experience influence the way I view and correlate with the cards, and don't get stuck only with book meanings, which enriches my knowledge in tarot. Some of the decks for which these cards belong are also my favorite decks, so there is some overlapping. However, some are not from favorite decks, but they made the list for the number of insights they brought into my practice. Some go into the extent of being pivotal in my understanding of the card. We will also notice that I have a few favorite cards from same decks. That's inevitable, as some decks, as we know, knocked out of the park. You see here I have 11 cards, but actually it's going to be 12. We cannot really follow the rule. I'm a tarot addict and I love them all. Yeah, let's start. First card, I actually don't have the deck. I had a beautiful insight. It was from the Fortuna Tarot. I don't really have this deck because I actually only like that card. It's a peep deck. It's beautiful, but it's not my style. I don't see a place for it in my collection. Watch many walkthroughs. I'm a tarot tube addict, and I was in awe when I was watching the walkthrough of this card. I'm going to show you here somewhere, this card. And it's the Devil card from the Fortuna Tarot. I immediately thought of the last scene of one of my favorite movies.
Vanity. Definitely my favorite sin.
That was it. Fantastic, amazing. That's the whole insight, and I didn't need anything else. Next, let's start with this card here, the Six of Stones from the Witch Sister Tarot. I just got this deck and I'm doing a deep dive study into this deck. This deck is amazing. I really didn't know how much I would love it. Well, this card here illustrates exactly how I see the Six of Pentacles, or here the Six of Stones, which for me is a card of begging and breadcrumbs. The Six of Pentacles to me is a card of giving breadcrumbs, and this here is how we see a person that is begging to us. This uncomfortable feeling of someone begging and then you're going to give something to this beggar, but in the same moment you have like a little bit of a repulse, if that's the right word, from someone that's begging something to you. That's why it's never good to beg, especially not to beg for love. But this to me really represents the beggar. And I think it's the best card that shows that throughout all the decks I've ever seen. Love it, love it. On my top 10 or 12, if you will. Next card, this one is from the Circe Tarot. It's the new deck. I got it for Christmas, I think. Yes, as a Christmas gift. And I love this card. Actually, on the book, it describes another person here. I don't even remember her. But to me, this is a perfect card that shows not only the idea of the Three of Wands, but also the idea of Circe there, completely immersed into her craft, going through her island, exploring, looking for the herbs and for the nature in order to grow her craft and knowledge. And then like she's like half naked here. For me, it means like get into really putting all of herself into that, embodying her craft and using all her body and all her knowledge, everything, like really deep diving into it, get into movement, owning it. So I love this card. And for me, this is Circe, not the other person that I put in the white book. Next I have one of my dearest deck, the Horror Tarot, and this is the Queen of Swords of the Horror Tarot. And you can see that she's getting this emerald necklace, which is a symbol of royalty, of wisdom. And she's getting this present from a very sinister hands, okay? And then she has like a gown here, which means grief. The expression that she has that at the same time shows some, okay, I know I deserve this, but a little bit of pain into this facial expression, which to me really described the whole Queen of Swords idea of getting a lot of knowledge, but this knowledge was getting to a hard life, to grief, to painful experiences that she's been through, and now she has this knowledge, but this knowledge came from pain and grief. Next, this is the badass baby unicorn. That's the one. And then here I see really clear the Temperance card. The unicorn here saying like, oh, I'm busy holding your horses and wait a minute. But, you know, like life doesn't wait. And then the Temperance card is really like a card like you are your worst enemy. An uncomfortable position, taking care of other people's issues and always tempering situations, being of service, trying to be the hero of the situation. That's why they show an angel in many Temperance cards. You were there to help, to be of service, and you occupy yourself in that uncomfortable emotional situations, relationship situations, be it with a family, with a partner, or at work. You're always involved into other people's lives, and every day a new drama, new situation. You're there for helping, but you let aside, you postpone your own life, your own matters, and life continue going on, and you were there stuck, and life is not going to wait for you. Just remember, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Any man who falls behind is left behind.
The man who falls behind is left behind. The Pirate Code. Next, I have here from the Haunted House Tarot. One of my favorite tarot cards of all time is the Two of Swords. I will explore deeper another time, but I chose this one as one of my favorite Two of Swords cards simply because of the aesthetic, okay? This card is beautiful. It shows everything. It shows her like not wanting to see or to hear about it, not wanting to make the decision. It shows all the water here, the storm, all the emotions, beautiful dress, sexy, the red, everything. This is like a beautiful Two of Swords. One of my favorite Two of Swords ever because of all these gothic elements, drama, beauty, aesthetic, moon, storm, swords, everything. This is a beautiful card and a beautiful deck. Now, woof! Okay, from Tarot of the Hidden Realms, it's also one of my favorite tarot decks of all time. The Hidden Realms is really amazing. I have it for many years, many years. This is the Five of Cups, and I really love this depiction of a Five of Cups. It clearly shows the metaphor that emotions are like wild horses. And if you don't take good care of your emotions, if you leave them untamed, they are going to basically take over your whole life. And this figure here has like a lot of grief and sadness and this dark of emotions. It took over their personality. It took take over their actions, the base of how they take actions and they make decisions, you know, like, so it's really a call. Keep your emotions in check and don't let grief take over your whole being. That for me, it's really a good depiction, a perfect depiction of that idea from the Five of Cups. Now, For the Forest of Enchantment, I have here the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is also one of my favorite tarot cards. This idea of the Eight of Cups here, which I love in this card, is like, for me, okay, when I look this here, I see ghosts. These figures here, for me, are ghosts. And for me as well, these ghosts here are from the same person. A ghost is the spirit of the person that the person, of course, died, but the ghost refuses to go, refuses to see that the situation is over, that this life is over, there's nothing there, but it is still hanging there. Maybe it doesn't know that it's over, maybe it doesn't want to leave the situation. So the ghost keeps haunting the situation and relieving the situation, searching for something that's not there anymore. Okay, they can still like have like a fleeting feelings or visions of, you see, there are still many here as well, visions, and then walking in circles and trying to relieve, trying to get something that is no longer is there, that no longer is in there. So this is a really good, profound and deep depiction of the Eight of Cups, and I love this one. Great insights. Another one from the Tarot of the Hidden Realms, and this is the Moon card. I love this Moon card from the Hidden Realms. It shows I think it is a woman, and she's really in this primal, primitive, primal state. So, which means one of the crucial points of the Moon card, which is the wild, the dangerous world out there. So, with reason, you cannot access that world, and you have to impose yourself, to stand tall, to put your shoulders back, and to impose yourself, not with words, but the way you carry yourself. Be aware of the dangerous around. And this other card here, I started my tarot studies with the Thoth deck, and it was really a difficult path. And I'm a Scorpio, so this is my favorite death card. It shows really a lot of movement. The Reaper is in the middle of his way, destroying everything, changing everything. Nothing's left behind. You can see this card in full movement, in full energetic movement, destroying, taking everything with it. And the little Scorpio here. I love this depiction of the Death card. It really shows us that changing is happening right now. We need to adapt. We need to act, react. We don't know what's happening. You know, metaphor of this card would be, we are in the middle of the breakup, for example, and we are having like that last conversation. We have to pack our stuff. We have to find another apartment to move. We are completely lost. We don't know what to do. We have to make decisions on the everyday. And then the changes are not stopping. It's just like a domino effect. It's a storm. So this Death card is fantastic. Now, these two here, the last two cards, is rather personal, but I find it funny. And then one of my crucial parts in my practice is to have sense of humor and the character. So I have this card here, the Ten of Swords, from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And so, storytelling time. As a kid, I used to come back from school many times with lice. This for me is the lice card. Like, clearly you can see this, like the needles stinging your hair, and then like your little face here. Itches, scratch, itch. My head is a magnet for lice. So many times during my childhood, I would be suffering there, and then like it was a ritual for me and my siblings to sit there and then someone would taking care of us and then like removing and cleaning our heads only to go to the school next day and get more lice home. Whatever. And then funny facts also, like you grow up and then you think you're never going to go through those situations again until you have children and then bring lice home. And since you are a magnet for lice, there you are, a beautiful woman, young, wild, you know, like going to work, going to the university, and then your children come back home and gives you lice, and then you are more miserable than ever because now you are a grown woman with lice again. Oh my God. Now, my favorite card of all time, like this is from the Bohemian Animal or tarot deck, and I love this card. I love this card. This is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a snake, a Naja snake, anthropomorphized as a woman. But what kills me in this, it was like the caring that the artists have to draw teeth on a snake. Imagine that, a snake with teeth. I mean, like this girl means business and something is going to happen. So watch out, because it's a snake with teeth. So guys, that was it. That were my 10 top favorite tarot cards of all time. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I see you next time. Bye.